Hello everyone, Mrs. Edstrom here. I'm so excited that you are going to use tiles for subtraction. If you don't like using tiles, or if after watching this video you're like, oh, tiles, super confusing, I'm not sure I understand, I'm not sure I like that method, you can go watch the other video on number lines and see if that's going to be a method to help you show your work. But we're going to start off with tiles. So when you are using tiles and you're showing your work, especially online, you can do one of two things. You can use shapes, so the plus sign, the minus sign, or you can use colors, like I like to use green for positive and red for negatives. You can use whatever colors you want. I'm using both, so I colored my plus and minus signs to help me out to see both of them. So this first part of the video, if you want to take notes on, you're welcome to. You're also kind of welcome to just watch and absorb some of it, and then we're going to take notes on page 26 in just a little bit. So let's just take a look and kind of talk through how to do subtraction with positives and negatives. So here's our first problem we're going to look at. 8 minus 5. So the first thing I want to talk about is what this minus means. This minus, it means to take it away. So if I were to show this with tiles, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8 of them. So there's my 8. This says minus 5 or take away 5. So I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take those away. And what do I have left? I have 3 of them left, yeah. So a lot of you guys know this particular problem in your head. A lot of us that just say subtract, but I do really want you to think about that take away. So using tiles here is really important to think of that subtraction as the takeaway. The reason being is sometimes we don't have what we need to take away. So our next problem we're going to look at is when we have something like this. So this is -6, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives. Awesome, so 6 negatives, and then it says take away 4. Now this is where you have to move a little slowly through these. I can't take away 4. Do you know why? Because that 4 is positive, and these are negatives. I don't have any positive tiles to take away from this problem. So this is where we say, oh my goodness, what do we do? And this is where we need to add some positives.
To control the volume, say
volume
up or volume down.
Sorry, my Google Home thought I was talking to it. We want to add positives to this so that we can take them away. But as soon as I add anything, I'm changing the problem. So I need to have a way of representing -6, but having positives there as well. And the way that we do that is not by adding positives, but by adding our 0 pairs. So remember, a positive and a negative number make 0. So the number that is modeled right here is just -6, because we have 0, 0, 0, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So there's a lot of tiles here to represent the number -6, but it still equals -6. The difference is that now I have 4 positives that I can take away. So when I take those positives away, what do I have left? Well, I have my original 6 negatives here, and I have 4 more as well. So I have -10. So when we are looking at these, if you're liking to use tiles, subtraction can be confusing, but we really have to think of that subtraction as taking it away, and how sometimes we need to add 0 pairs so that we can take it away. Let's look at another one, and then we'll take some notes. So 5 take away -6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, here's 5. I want to take away -6. Do I have any negatives? Yeah, I don't have any negatives. So I'm going to add 0 because that means my number is still 5. Still have 5, but I have 0. Do I have 6 negatives to take away? Not yet. I'm going to add another 0 pair. Do I have 6 negatives yet? Nope, we got to keep going. Tell me when we get to 6 negatives. Oh, we're at 6 negatives? Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, you're right. Look, there it is. Okay, 6 negatives. Sweet. Now, I have, let's double check though. We have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then I have 5 positives. So I still have that first starting number. Now I'm going to take away 6 negatives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them gone. What do I have left? I have my 5, and I have 6 more. So I have 11 positives. So at the end of each problem, you're always going to have either all positives or all negatives because we either have a positive number or a negative. If we ever have both of them here, we want to make a 0 pair and move them out. But with subtraction, we're typically going to have to add those 0 pairs in so that we have something to take away. So if you took notes on that, that's awesome. That's some extra work there and good for you. We're going to take a look at our notes. So we're on page 26. And we're going to formalize all of this into some notes. So make sure you fill in your date and fill in the essential question. Our essential question today, how do I subtract with negative numbers? So you're probably watching this video because you selected tiles as your method of choice for adding. And so we're going to do that with subtraction as well. We're not going to take notes then on number lines because that probably isn't the method that you like. However, if you like, if you're not sure you're liking the tiles and you want to go back and look at number line video and take some notes on that to see if you like that, you absolutely can do that. The first thing is that whenever you are working on a new set of problems, you want to identify how you are differentiating between positives and negatives. So I'm going to use plus signs. Sometimes I'm going to try to make sure they're green for my positive tiles. Let's make sure I spell it right, positive tiles. And I'm going to use a negative sign, and I'm probably going to try to use orange because I don't have a red marker for some weird reason as my negative tiles. So our example here, this very first number, this 4, that's going to be our first number that we represent with tiles. So we're going to say we're going to represent with tiles. So that means 4 positives, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the main things that we talked about today, and I'm going to write it over here, is that subtraction means to take away. And that's really important, so I'm going to put this nice big bubble around it. Subtraction means to take away. So this means that I want to take away 5 negatives. So now I'm looking at this saying, well, here's the problem. I don't have 5 negatives. So what did we say we were going to do? We can add 0 pairs. So we're going to write this down here. Add 0 pairs when you don't have what you need to take away. So when you don't have what you need to take away, you need to add those 0 pairs. Also super important here. So that means I've got to add pairs of zeros. That's a 0 pair. And it looks like I'm gonna have to add 5 of them so that I have 5 negatives to get rid of. So right now we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 positives altogether. We have 5 negatives that we can take away. So we're going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are left with our 4 and our 5, or 9, left over that are positives. So the biggest things to remember here, subtraction means to take away. If you don't have what you need to take away from your first number, then you're going to need to add in those 0 pairs so that you have the numbers to take away. If you are not sure that you're liking this tile method, or if you're just wanting to check it out and see if you like it better, you can go watch the number line videos if you'd like. But otherwise, if this is working for you, then I want you to jump into this method and be using it when we're solving our subtraction problems.